Hello everyone, my name is Decker Link, the trained unprofessional, and welcome back to Tennis Ace. Let's get right the fuck into it. I don't even want to wait. It's the middle of the afternoon. I've spent most of my day being distracted and spacing out. There's been very little for me to focus my mind on recently, so I've instead just been obsessing over recent events. Let's see. What is there that I can say about today? It's hot. First sign of summer rearing its ugly head or finally showing. It's 24 degrees Celsius today, which is already 6 degrees higher than the average temperature of last month. Thankfully, this cafe has some pretty nice AC for me to try to relax in, even if coming here really wasn't even my own choice. Oh, and I also have two very unamused childhood friends staring pointedly at me while I space out and forget about their existence. So, more of same old, same old. Surprised these people still put up with me. Sorry, where were we? Waiting for you to start talking for the past 5 minutes.
Being very bored.
Sorry, I kind of zoned out for a little bit. I can tell. You seem pretty out of it, but you were the one who called us here. Right. Yeah, I know. Called on what, the broken phone? And so then I noticed the two of them sipping on coffee and tea, raising an eyebrow at it. Wait, do you guys bring drinks with you to the cafe? That's kind of rude.
No, we ordered drinks while you were too busy ignoring us.
When was this? We just said so. While you were spacing out like you always do. It can't have been that bad. I didn't even notice you guys talking to a waiter.
You're hopeless.
That's kind of harsh. Come on, just tell us what it is you wanted already. Wanted? Who says I didn't want to just get together and have fun?
First of all, if you did, you wouldn't have invited just the two of us. Also, you wouldn't be ignoring us.
Well, I agree with your first point. I think you're wrong on the second one, Sayachan. He just has a tendency to space out regardless of what he's doing.
I guess that's true. Rutherford-kun just sucks at paying attention.
Can you guys not insult me? Why when I'm sitting right here? Yeah. Please continue to tell me all the reasons I'm terrible. No one said you're terrible. Stop being so dramatic.
I don't know about that.
That's it. Maybe I should just leave you two and deal with my problems on my own. I already told you to stop being so dramatic. If there's something going on, just tell us already instead of dancing around the issue. Fine. Get off my case already.
Actually, do tell me the other thing first. Why haven't you been answering your messages lately while having Aki-kun message us for you?
Well, it actually has to do with what I wanted to talk to you guys about. I just sort of, maybe broke my phone. Sorta, maybe. All right. I definitely broke my phone. Happy? Why would I be happy over that? Anyway, so not the point. I just wanted to ask you guys for advice.
You want advice? What has the world come to?
Oh man, this is gonna be rich. Why do you two feel the need to be so you at times like this? Yes, I am capable of accepting that I need help and advice sometimes. There's nothing funny about that. With how hard-headed and uptight you tend to be, it doesn't really happen often.
Yeah, and you also have a tendency to blow up whenever someone gives you the slightest bit of criticism.
What? I absolutely do not do that. You're just being ridiculous.
Further proving my point.
Just because I disagree with you doesn't make me disagreeable. That's not how it works. And further proving All right, just shut up already. Whatever you say. I need to have friends who derive so much pleasure out of annoying the crap out of me. Well, I guess I do tend to do the same pretty often, too. Could it be... Am I out of touch? No, of course not. It's them who are wrong. I need help. Anyway, circling back to try to talk about the thing I actually need help with. Yeah, sure, what's up? You guys might not be the right people to ask, but lately I think I've been feeling somewhat different about about a specific person, mostly, and ho, it's that kind of talk.
Come on, Shuichi, don't act so surprised. We both knew this day would come eventually.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Huh? You just have to know that it's natural for there to be changes sometimes.
What? You see, Rutherford, the thing is, these guys are still taking the piss. When a man and woman really love each other. Not that kind of talk, you morons!
It's not?
I'm not a child! Are you two mocking? You gotta be mocking me. Sure, let's go with that. I hate you two so fucking much right now.
Excuse me then, can you please not scream in the middle of the restaurant?
Nearby waiter immediately walks up to our table to censure me. For losing my cool, making my face immediately go red. Alright, I'm sorry, won't happen again. Oh, wow, you were told off pretty quick. Just shut up.
Rutherford-kun, you just can't help but draw attention to yourself after all the time, huh?
Must not bitch slap. Can I just talk about the thing I wanted to talk about, or should I walk away and give up on it?
Right, sorry, we're all ears.
I will not comment on how ironic it was to hear that from a rabbit. I'd probably get bitch slapped if I did. Well, it's just, I'm kind of confused about my feelings for a certain person. Confused. Yeah, like, I'm not sure how I feel about them. Like, obviously like them a lot, but do I like them as a friend, or... So you think you fell for someone? For some reason, Shuichi sounds very annoyed when he asked me this question. Oh, for some reason, I don't know. Maybe I did, but I don't want to do anything until I'm sure. And why do you look so upset? I'm not upset. I'm just worried where this is going to go. You don't exactly have the best track record when it comes to dating. Right. Which is why I was so hesitant to accept the confession.
Whoa. Back up a bit. You got confessed too.
Right. Maybe I should have started the conversation with that. There's no reason for you to be so surprised. It's not like this isn't a common occurrence, and again, considering his track record, my guess is he'll be single again in a month, and some girl will be broken-hearted.
I hate that you're right. Makes it really hard to ship him with someone when he's like this.
Please don't ship me with other people. I'm a real person, not some kind of fictional character you can just ship with others. Irony. Well, the thing is, I kinda didn't answer yet.
Seriously?
Well, that's kind of a new development for you. Although if you still haven't worked up the nerve to say no, then we still have a way to go. I didn't want to say no. I don't know what it is that I wanted to say.
What did the girl say to you?
I can't say. You guys might figure out who it was if I do. I sincerely hope this isn't my sister we're talking about, otherwise you and I are gonna have some words. Shuichi cracks his knuckles, and what I'm sure is not at all supposed to be a threatening gesture. Of course it's not her, don't be ridiculous.
Well, what did you say back to the confession? Did you tell her you needed time to answer?
I didn't say anything.
Nothing? As in, you just stayed silent?
Unfortunately, this is one of those situations where silence speaks for itself. Unlike 2 days ago when June confessed to me. It's been 2 days? I thought you were gonna go to his fucking house. What happened to that? Dude, you suck. You really, really, really suck. Thanks. Not like I haven't been feeling bad enough already here.
Rutherford-kun, I'm not sure what kind of advice you expect us to give you if you won't even probably tell us what happened. But if I tell you, if I do, you guys will know who the person I'm talking about is.
We'll also know who the girl is just by noticing who around you seems to be sad and heartbroken on Monday.
Not sure if the girl's from another class.
If she were, then he wouldn't worry about not telling us who she is because we wouldn't know her anyway.
That's a good point, actually.
I don't know if I should be amused that they're assuming it's a girl. I've even been careful enough to only use gender-neutral terms to not give away the answer, but they don't seem to have caught on. At least my ability to derive amusement from awkward situations seems to be intact. Yay me. Are you two just gonna keep insisting until I tell you who it is?
What? Why would we? I think you're overestimating how much we're supposed to care about this.
Saya-chan, that's a bit... Why do I suddenly feel so insulted?
What? It's true. You do this kind of thing all the time.
That's true. You seem to always have some kind of relationship drama around you because you just can't say no.
I just told you I didn't agree to date them this time.
You also didn't say no either. You just said nothing. That's not any better. An answer is still better than a no answer at all.
What do you want from me? You growing a pair would be a good start.
Ooh, even I felt that one. I want to go home.
You know, I came here to ask for help and advice from my friends, not to get insulted. You want help and advice? Then actually tell us what the situation we're supposed to be giving you advice on is. I can't suggest anything if I have no idea what's going on.
That is very true. I mean, he kind of did. He told you, they confessed, he said nothing. That's the situation. Like, everything else is details. Like, extra details. If you two are gonna just call me refute all my points with actual logic, then I have no way to discuss this with you. Yes, I'm aware I'm being unreasonable. I hate it too.
Just promise you won't breathe a word of this to anyone.
I thought that much was already a given. Not you, I'm talking about Miss Blabbermouth here.
What? I am not a blabbermouth.
Respectfully disagree. Ow! Shuichi suddenly nearly jumps out of his seat, but because they're sitting opposite me at the table, I can't tell if something happened. Are you okay? She just stomped my foot!
I did no such thing.
Saya-chan, please stop assaulting us, just because we called you out on the things you do.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about it. So you're just gonna act dumb now. You can't act there it is already. For the love of God, why? Pain holds up my legs. I feel the ooh! Kick to the shin, bitch! Fuck you. Kick to the shin, kicked harder under the booth. Rutherford, please just continue with the story before she tears our limbs off. But probably for the best. I take a few deep breaths, trying to summon the courage to talk openly about this. Even if it's these two I'm talking to, I still feel nervous with what I'm about to say. I have no idea how they'll react if I tell them I'm confused over my feelings for a guy. Not to mention I don't want them treating June any different because they know he has a crush on me. This whole situation is just unpleasant. During the last day of the festival, June confessed his feelings for me.
Oh, what? Trying to beat the world.
Saya-chan jumped out of her seat, knocking both of her hands down on the table and nearly screaming at the top of her lungs with anyone else. I would call this an overreaction with the intent to cause drama. With Saya, I call it just a regular Monday. Or Saturday in this case. Anyway, semantics.
Oh, right, sorry, I just kind of lost it for a second.
I also noticed Shuichi is, looking like death. Jeez, I can see a waiter shooting the sturdy looks.
But June couldn't confess to you that, are you sure? Maybe you misunderstood.
He literally told me he liked me romantically as a man, so I'm not sure what other kind of conclusion I can draw from that.
I mean, yeah, but that's just,
God damn it, Shuichi is looking at me like, man, if I knew you liked dick, I would have been all upons, but god damn it, now I must my chance.
Saya-chan, you're not making any sense. Maybe it's the world not making sense.
No, I'm pretty sure it's just you.
Still, Wow, Wait, didn't you say you were confused about it because you thought you might like him back?
Here's where the realization comes. I think the look on my face must have been way too transparent about my current feelings, because the next thing I know, Sayachan is avoiding my eyes and looking very apologetic.
Sorry, that came out wrong.
It's alright. I can't feel any worse or more confused than I do right now. God damn it, Shuichi! Shuichi's freaking me the fuck out. I don't like this. That's most definitely a lie.
So, I don't even know what to say here.
Imagine how I feel.
Yeah, that's true. Wow, I just never pictured you being into men.
You probably find it disgusting, don't you?
What? No, absolutely not.
No?
Rutherford-kun, I might not say this often, but you're one of my best friends and I love you. Nothing's going to change that, especially something silly like this. I mean, I guess it might have been a big deal to some people 10 years ago or something, but the younger generations don't really think anything of it. For the most part, at least.
For the most part. That doesn't sound ominous at all.
But hey, if that's the case, you don't have to worry about it changing anything about how I think of you, okay? And I'm sure Shuichi is the same mind on this, right, Shuichi-kun?
Oh god, Shuichi. The fucker. Saya gives Shuichi a few enthusiastic taps on the back that nearly push him down on the table with how strong they are. She's apparently using enthusiasm to try to mask her awkwardness at the subject. Bless her heart. What? I'm sorry. What were you saying?
What? You didn't pay attention to what I said?
Sorry, I guess I kind of zoned out for a bit. Yeah, the fucker. He's like, man, I could have been there like swimwear, but nope. Because of what I said. I mean, I do have to admit it was a little bit of a shock.
Shuichi-kun.
For some reason, Saya looks sadly at Shuichi, putting a hand on his shoulder and rubbing him gently.
Oh, because she knows. Oh, because she knows. Oh, that's... Oh, fucking... Oh. This is just Spencer all over again. This is sad, man.
The whole thing looks a bit weird to me. Why does it look like he's getting comforted instead of me? I mean, who knows? I just said that I'm confused over it, not that I definitely have feelings for him. It might turn out that I don't, and this whole conversation was pointless, right? You should probably take some time to figure out your feelings for yourself. Well, that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I wanted to talk to you guys about it, to see if I can figure out anything out. What? That's what I'm trying to do. That's why I wanted to talk to you guys about it, to see if I can figure anything out by getting it out in the open, although I didn't plan on to give this many details. Considering the fact that Aki already thought June and I were dating, I'm sure he'd be understanding of the whole thing if I tried to talk to him, but I'd feel very pathetic having to get relationship advice from a 12-year-old.
Well, if you like guys, then it might explain why none of your previous relationships worked.
God, Shuichi looks so fucking heartbroken. This is sad, man. Sad, sad man. The fact that she can say something like that so nonchalantly scares me a little bit. That's, I guess. Why does the mood feel so weird here right now? Saya's trying hard to act cheerful like nothing is happening at all, while Shuichi is awkwardly twiddling his thumbs and looking out the window. Even if they say nothing changes, it's kind of hard to believe it when their reactions are this. Or maybe I was expecting too much. Even if their opinions of me don't change. It would have been naive of me to expect the status quo to remain exactly the same. Because even if it's not a big deal to them, now they'll awkwardly go over the top to show me that it's not a big deal to try to comfort me. It's hard to not make a big deal out of things when you're trying to show people that it's not a big deal. It's a weird dichotomy. So, Do you think you might have feelings for him, too? I don't know. Maybe part of me was kind of happy when he said it, but I remember how it went the last times I was in a relationship. And I remember you guys calling me out on how I hurt those girls by accepting when I didn't feel the same. I was so scared of accepting without being sure of myself that I wound up freezing, and he took it badly. I tried swinging by his house first thing in the morning yesterday, but no one was home. Then I tried going again this morning. His mom answered the door, but said he was out of the house and wouldn't be back until tomorrow, but didn't tell me where he was. Sounds like he gave this a lot of thought. I guess. I've been kind of obsessing over it for a while now. I've always known you were indecisive, but I never thought you'd actually freeze when trying to respond to a confession of all things. I know. I've been really angry with myself over it. I kind of smashed my phone without even thinking of it because of that. So that's how it broke, huh? Yeah. I have to admit, I'm a bit curious, though. Where would Jun-kun go if he's staying out of his house for 2 days? The hospital. Please, no. I thought he said he didn't have any other family in town at some point. I was thinking the same, that maybe the timing of it was a bit too convenient. You think his mom knows about it and was covering for him? I don't know. Yui-san doesn't really strike me as someone who would lie like that, but then again, I've only met her a couple of times. Well, if she were trying to keep you from seeing him, then she wouldn't have given you a day when he'd be back, would she? I guess that's actually a good point. You guess? My mind isn't working at normal speeds, okay? You don't have to look at me with such disappointed eyes. Yeah, that's true. She wouldn't have bothered doing that if it were the case. Do you plan to drop by again tomorrow? Yeah. I can't stand to leave things like this. Whether I have feelings for June or not, it won't change the fact that I don't want to hurt him. But, man, talking about potentially have feelings for a guy is really weird. You'll get used to it. How would you know? Oof!
God, the fuck?
Words roll out of my mouth before I even realize it, with much more venom than I had ever want to use with a friend. Shuichi flashes me a pitiful look, and my mind is left scrambling trying to come up with an apology. To say that my brain didn't work normally would be an understatement at this point. Sorry, I didn't mean for it to come out like that. It's alright, I can understand. You have a lot on your mind right now, so it'd be normal to lash out at times. The reality is that, as with most things in life, you eventually get used to it. You don't need that personal experience with it to know. It's just how things go. God, please don't give me sagely advice with that look on your face. It makes my chest hurt. I guess. Do you have any idea what you're going to say to Jun-kun tomorrow? Saya quickly cuts back into the conversation, whether on purpose to spare us the awkwardness or just because she'd been waiting to speak, I don't know. I'm still thankful regardless because I feel so awkward every time we get silent again. I don't. Then maybe you shouldn't go. If you're just gonna walk up to him and stare at him without saying anything, it'd be better if you weren't there at all. That's kind of a harsh way to put it, but I agree. If you're gonna say something that will end up hurting him, then it's better if you don't. But isn't it better to have any kind of answer over none at all? Even if it's a vague one? I disagree with that. I think unless you're going there to give him a concrete yes or no, you really shouldn't go. If you're just going to say maybe and give him hope that might never come to pass, it's... Oh, God! That was pointed. It's easier if you tell yourself you never had a chance. If you go over there to tell him it could have been, but wasn't, no matter the reason, that's gonna hurt. Oh, Saya. God damn it. I don't know what to do. I just want to see him. Yeah. Man, this is awkward. God. Yes, it is. This hurts. Ugh. To have all three of us in a bad, awkward mood at the same time is really rare. Two of them look like they have things to say but can't bring themselves to say it. I already feel like I'm under a microscope as it is. My thoughts are all tangled up in knots, and I don't even know what it is that I'm thinking or feeling. God, I really hate this. Look, Rutherford-kun, we obviously can't tell you what to do. At the end of the day, it's your decision, but just try to keep Jun-kun's feelings in mind, okay? Don't do something that would hurt him. That's the last thing I want to do. I just need time to figure myself out. Man, you're painfully slow at making decisions with everything, aren't you? Don't remind me. Just try to do right by him, okay? He's already been through a lot, so he doesn't deserve any more undue hardship. Been through a lot? What do you mean? It's a figure of expression. No, it's not. Did you know something you're not telling me? Does it have to do with his health? I already told you I didn't mean anything by it. Also, try not to coddle him too much. You know, have a habit of babying him, and while he might not be the most mature person in the world, he's not a child either. That's a fair point, too. What is this? Criticize Rutherford 101. No, but I'd pay to take that class. I hate you. No, you don't. You love me. No comments. Hey! God, Saya's here. What the fuck? Man! He's the only person actually making an effort to try to break through the awkward atmosphere. If it were just me and Shuichi, we'd be stuck making faces at each other without saying anything. I'm sure of it. By the way, I have a question. Shoot. How come you guys were so shocked at the possibility that I might turn out to like June, but no one acted at all surprised about June having feelings for me? Other than the initial outburst, that is. Well, I was more shocked that he confessed to you more than he had feelings for you. Oh. Does that mean you figured it all out that he had a crush on Rutherford already? Yeah, I'm pretty good at picking up on people's body language and whatnot, so I kind of suspected it for a while now. Jeez, thanks for the heads up. It's not my business to tell you. Besides, I never thought he said anything, because, well, we thought you were straight. I still might be, I'm just unsure. You're at least willing to entertain the possibility. A lot of people wouldn't be willing to do that much introspection. I don't know if that's got any kind of merit on my part. Also, the idea that you can figure out who has crush on whom is kind of terrifying. Sorry, I just tend to be really good at reading people. I mean, how do you think Kaito-kun and I ended up dating? It certainly wasn't because he had the courage to confess to me. And now that I think about it, that's true. She was able to figure out he had feelings for her and took the initiative. Who the fuck is Kaito-kun? I don't remember that one. She's always been very good at pursuing things she wants. I have to give her props for that. It must be nice knowing how the other person is going to answer before ever saying anything. Well, I can never be 100% sure. I just have to be really strong suspicions, and that almost always turn out to be correct. That's pretty much the same thing. God. What, do you have someone you wanted to confess? God damn it, Yuichi! Rutherford, bitch! What, do you have someone you wanted to confess to but was afraid to do it? This fucking guy. I mean, why else would you say what you just said? What, are we all doing the catch up on each other's love lives? That's a bit... Why not? I already told you guys about mine anyway. If I can tell you this, and I don't think you guys need to hold secrets from me either, right? Oh, the poor fuck. That's not how this works. But, well, if we're gonna make revelations, then I guess I can tell you I had a date to the bonfire dance during the festival.
Oh, wait, what? Yeah, one of the underclassmen asked me out. We'd been talking for a bit, and for the past week or so, and he kind of blew me off after the dance.
Really? Well, I saw you two dancing together. I didn't know he blew you off after. Do you need me to have words with him?
Oh, what? No, of course not.
Why would you talk to the guy about it? He's a member of the volleyball team, one of our freshmen. Whoa, seriously?
Yeah, he said he'd seen me a few times since we share a building and thought I was really pretty and whatnot, and that he had a crush on me. It was really cute. And he blew me off, saying that I spent far too much time with my friends, didn't pay him much attention, and emasculated him when we were together. Can you believe it? Oh. You guys are really silent because you hardly believe it, right?
Saya-chan, I'm sorry.
I'm not emasculating!
We didn't say you were.
You also didn't say I wasn't.
Well...
Well...
Oh, God.
Say something!
She slams her fist on the table. I can almost picture the word objection. Objection popping up above her head with big red letters with an exclamation mark. At least you still have your health.
Shuichi-kun,
Yeah?
you want to die.
I'm kidding. You're as precious as a flower. Very pretty and not at all scary. The fact that she's threatening him into calling her non-threatening is an irony that I wish I could point out. Alas, I don't want to be threatened. Saya, you are freaking terrifying sometimes. This woman is definitely the devil.
Aw, thank you so much. It's so nice of you to notice my charms.
I feared for my life. At least you still have your health. Very funny. A few hours later. Heading home, my head is swimming with thoughts once again. It took us a while to get past the initial awkwardness of the conversation, but eventually we were able to chat and joke around almost like normal. I say almost, because Shuichi still seemed a bit out of it, even if he insisted on it was nothing. Poor guy. I guess it might just be a shock considering how close we've always been. Just really hope this doesn't affect our friendship going for God. But that's not really what's bothering me. Thanks to those two, I was able to keep myself distracted for a while, and I'm definitely thankful about that. But my head is swimming in uncertainty once again, and that I'm by myself. Once I'm left to my own devices, I can't help but obsess, huh? I know they said it's not a good idea to go see June when I haven't made up my mind, but I'm sorry, Saya-chan and Shuichi, I just can't bring myself to leave things as they are. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. That's his house. On the next episode. Oh! We'll see. I'm recording another episode right after this. There is no fucking way. Oh, Lord have mercy. Alright. We'll see you on the next one. I don't even want to wait to do the outro. Bye, everyone. Just bye.